Cool. There's a girl, that's the kind of girl who plans ahead and so forth.
I guess it's up to everybody else, too.
Apps?
Hey, it's
Is it
5:30.
Lisa? I'm waiting on her to get her tuned in.
Oh, no, September 11th, that's good.
Police out there?
Hi, Kate Skirvin.
Zach Powers.
Nice to meet you.
You too. Like the third from the bottom.
I don't think they look like that rough of a bunch out there. What do you think?
No. Nobody I can't handle.
Well, I'll just leave.
Maybe the roughest one's right there, sitting at the end of the road. Laura.
It's true. You know, let you make the, after you
All right, yeah,
we'll come to
after we
order,
start,
do the
yeah.
roll call.
Yep,
I'll let you make the motion to change that agenda.
okay.
Ready? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This meeting of the Putnam County Planning Commission will now come to order. Can I have a roll call, please? Present.
Here. Here.
Here.
Here.
Present.
Here.
Also present is the planning director, Jen Enzi will be here, but he will be late. We have him on.
Thank you.
I should say Kate Skirvin is replacing Jay Osborne as the county council of Vmix.
Okay, we'll give her a chance to speak at the end of the meeting.
Mr. President, I would like to amend the agenda for tonight. I want to move the prime real estate rezoning to the end and move everybody else up, and then we'll hear it last.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. The first thing we has Jordan Nart.
Now,
Nart. This is a rezone from A1 to A2. This is in Floyd Township. Oh, shit. We'll do that at the end. The location of this is at County Road 275 North, near the intersection, and southwest of the intersection of 300 North and 275. Does all that make sense?
yeah.
Okay.
Wildwood Bridge.
Okay. Is there anyone here to speak in behalf of that? Any idea?
I know what they want to do.
Well, shouldn't they be here to tell us?
Yeah.
I think maybe the death in,
You're Jordan, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, come up here and talk.
okay.
Stay quiet. Yeah, guys, we're just rezoning that to, so I can build a house up there is all it is. My family's, my wife's parents' property, we're just rezoning, building a house on top of the hill, is all we're doing. Nothing crazy. That's it.
How big a parcel was this?
I think it's a 5 or 6 acre parcel is what it is. I think it's a 9 acre parcel total, and he's gifting us 6.
So we're gonna split these two parcels then, is that correct?
Yes. How you splitting that, Jordan?
I'm getting all the woods, and he's taking the field still. He's keeping that as his grandfather's field back in the day, he wanted to keep
Yep.
it, and we're taking all the woods.
Okay.
Yep.
Where are you thinking about putting your driveway in at?
The driveway will come along this mound here off the road, and kind of through the woods here, back on top of here in this back corner is where the house is set.
Okay.
So yeah, it'll come off the road here and up this ridge here and back in here. It's like 1.5 acres of up there up on top is what it ends up being.
So you will have your own driveway,
Yes,
your own septic and well,
yes.
okay?
You showed that going across the corner a little bit. Are you gonna stay within the yellow to put your driveway?
So I'll have all the woods, so obviously the field he will keep, but this will run back to his property line here, and then up through here is where it'll end up being. So my driveway will end up staying right here on this ridge, just on this side of the yellow, and back through here, across the ridge here, back up in here. This holler and this holler is connected back through here.
So this is all in one parcel now? We're gonna split it into two. Are we splitting it equally?
No,
It doesn't look like it.
it sits 9.4 acres now as it sits, and we end up, I think we had like 6 acres, so the field itself is sitting like 3.4 acres. I'll take everything else besides that, out of the 9.4.
Okay,
Because his house sits right there, right?
Yeah,
So you're taking all the woods basically, and he's keeping the
Yep.
field, okay.
Who owns the parcel there to the south of it?
here,
Uh-huh. Well, not the bigger one.
this one,
Uh-huh.
my father-in-law, Travis, he owns this is its own parcel, and there's 2 separate parcels here, he owns both of them. But his thing was, he wanted to keep the field, that's why we're breaking off the field parcel-wise.
Well, let me throw something out. If we combine the field with his existing parcel, then we don't have to rezone it. Right, Lisa?
Yes, that is correct.
Right.
Because it would be an exempt subdivision.
Right.
It would just be changing lot lines between 2 property owners. It wouldn't need rezone, it wouldn't need a minor plat, it wouldn't need anything.
Does he have objection to combining the field with his house tract?
No,
I mean, some people do because of a mortgage or whatever.
yeah, no,
The only other thing I would say is that, hold on, let me turn it on. Potentially, if he does combine that, that's in a floodplain, so it could have a bearing on insurance for his house. Not that it would, but it could.
If his house floods, they're in trouble down there. It does flood, so,
yeah.
It's a matter of the property being in the floodplain.
right. But I mean, no, that road, I've seen several feet of water over that road before, so maybe that's what they're thinking, to do it that way. Yeah.
Could be. If he doesn't have a mortgage, then there's no requirement to have flood insurance.
For sure.
well, do we want, which direction do we feel like we need to go?
I think we just go ahead and go with this plan here.
Okay. It's probably the simplest since we're already here and it's
Yeah.
been advertised and so forth.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anyone here to speak for or against this? Lisa, we get any letters? Okay.
No, we only had one person call the office just to ask questions, but nobody specifically said whether they were for or against it.
Okay. Does anyone on the board have any questions or discussion regarding this amongst the board? You always got a lot to say.
Me?
Yes, you do.
He doesn't know where it's at.
Okay, okay. Jenna? Would someone like to make a motion?
I'll make the motion. I'll make the motion to, rezone, I gotta read that number there, right? Parcel 6706312001 dash, or dot 901-004 for Jordan Howard for the property located on the west side of County Road 275 North.
For clarification, this goes with, it's a favorable recommendation to the county commissioners. They're the ones that can rezone.
Second.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
This will go to the county commissioners at their next meeting, which is
Monday.
Monday the 18th.
Okay, moving ahead, Riley Schmidt. Am I close? You know anything about that one?
Yeah.
They're not here?
Are they not here? I don't know her, but I just talked to her on the phone.
Okay.
Her parents own the larger tract that's part of Lot 1B of Smith subdivision. Replat of Lot 1, and she wants to build a house behind her parents' house. And I talked to her, and she wants to own it in fee simple so she can build equity. So that's the reason we have to rezone it, so they can subdivide that. She can build close to her parents. She wants to build in the southwest corner of that, that's highlighted.
You wanna go up there and point that out for us? Are you working this project?
Not until it gets approved,
Okay.
probably.
So you know more than anyone else about it then at this point in time?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Can we get up there?
Yeah, if you would, please.
She's just wanted to survey out a portion down here and use it, the shared drive until it gets a certain point and then come back here to her property. It's already how many acres, 13 something? 15.82 acres. If it was 20, it could be an A1, if it's under 20, we gotta rezone to A2.
What are they gonna do with that drive then? How they gonna,
I mean,
it's gonna be a shared drive,
I'm
but
sure
how?
it'll be a shared drive to a certain point and then it'll come off to her property, yeah. And we'll have an easement across that.
Okay, that
Once
is
it's
gonna be,
allowed in
it
the
will be
UDO.
an easement.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone to speak for or against this proposal? Letters?
No letters, no phone calls.
Okay. Discussion amongst the board? I guess if you have a question, it would be best directed at Mr. Williams.
I don't have a question.
There is A2 that touches it, there, on the south end, there's A2 in the area.
Pardon?
Yeah. Yes, that's, yeah,
And this,
yes. The darker brown's A2.
Any discussion amongst the board?
I don't have any.
Would someone like to make a motion?
Sure. I move that we send a positive recommendation to the commissioners on this one.
Second.
I'm sorry, who seconded that? So that, okay.
Okay, I have a proposal and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Again, this
Motion.
will go to the commissioners on the
Yeah. Same time this other one will, right, correct? Okay, motion carries. Okay, we'll move on then to title Prime Real Estate, and this is to rezone 30.
This one,
Troy Long.
You got this one,
have another one.
Okay,
Troy Ullman.
so we still don't know whether they're gonna be involved in this? Okay, okay. Troy Allman, this is a rezone from rural preservation A1 to agriculture A2. This is in Jackson Township. This is on the north side of County Road 425 East. This is parcel number 67-01-29-300-016.000-009. Troy, would you like to come up and speak with us, please?
it picks up on the streaming you have to do, even though this is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, in light of some new information that I discovered today, it's probably do not need to rezone. We are building a new house. And the old existing house is on the same parcel
That's
Yes.
pretty simple then.
Oh, from the lawyer, from the Nature Conservancy, did you hear?
So I did not, Jim is not here, he was supposed to be, he said he'd be here half an hour, late, which he's 15 minutes ahead. So no, I haven't, I don't know what his, he's looking at it from what he was looking at earlier as more like a covenant restriction instead of a deed restriction. So that is enforceable as a civil act, not as something that this board can enforce, because it would be considered a covenant, just like if you were in a subdivision, you have a covenant. Those are civil in nature, can only be enforced through either the HOA or the courts.
Okay.
So he believes that's the case for this as
Okay.
well. So background, there was a deed that was prepared in the 80s when the Conservancy District sold this property to someone else. And they had a deed restriction on there that said that property could never be split or used as commercial or industrial. I was not made aware of that until last week. And I brought it to everybody's attention that needed to know. And that was a thing Hensley was looking into. So this afternoon, right, like almost 4:30, when he called me to tell me he was gonna be a half an hour late, he said that that's what he found as he was looking through this. So I was kind of hoping he would be here to explain it a little better than I did, but that's where we're at.
Perfect.
Okay. So
Thank
they
you.
are withdrawing their petition, so there's nothing you guys can do.
Okay. We will now move to the prime real estate. This is to rezone 30 acres from A2 to residential R1. This is in Monroe Township. This is on the north side of County Road 350 North, at the northwest corner of that, and County Road 50 West. For those, this is just east of Brick Chapel, for those that might not know. Just east of State Road 231 on County Road 350 North. Is there anyone to speak here about this?
Hey, Lisa, I threw my papers.
My name's Eric Wall, I'm a real estate broker with Prime Real Estate, representing the owners of the property, Randy Atkins, who's here in the audience with us, and Terry Johnson. They recently purchased this parcel. This was the early farm, for those of you who are familiar with this area. And what we're hoping to do is get a rezone for a 30-acre parcel that would be here along County Road 350 North, which is right behind the Brick Chapel Church. So there's R1 in the area. It's about 2/10 of a mile from 231 down the county road, so not too much impact on the county road. About half of it here is woodland or scrub area. There used to be a barn, sort of in this area here. It's currently A2. Trying to ask for a recommendation for R1, which is the blue that's here, that's next to it. The idea would be to take right along 50 and do
Jay.
like 10 3-acre parcels that would be along County Road 350.
Okay. Before I open the public hearing part, is there any questions that that would like to be addressed from the board before we go to the public hearing part?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, if this went through as planned, where would all the driveways come out at?
Mr. Atkins and I have talked about that. We were believing that they would come out here on 350 in this area. I don't know if you want to turn on the floodplain area, but part of this here is in a floodplain, so. I know. So probably what would have to happen is there might even be fewer than those lots, but have to combine two here because you couldn't build in a flood area.
So you're gonna build houses in the woods?
Yeah, in this wooded part and along here, so there'd be a stretch right along here. That's the plan anyway. We haven't done the plan yet before the rezone, but it'd be a 30-acre strip.
Okay, and all the waterways that run through that field, they're all government waterways, so what are you gonna do with them? Are you gonna buy them back from the government, or are you going to go ahead and keep them in service?
Whatever's best.
Huh?
Whatever's best. Whatever's gonna work out the best. As far as the driveways go, I'm not opposed to the shared driveway on the lots. You know, as far as having one drive and then wide off to two lots, if that makes a difference. I've only owned the property for a short time, so I haven't got any of the farm paperwork showing the waterways. So.
Well, I mean, that's,
We either buy them back or leave them if we need to.
you know, because that's what it's showing, there's the government waterways in that part of it.
So most likely, if they're needed for the drainage, we would leave them, but if they can be used as part of lot, we use them.
They'd have to be used for drainage for that field, definitely, the way they are. So. So you would start the houses in the woods and work your way west then, east.
Yes. So there's 4 driveways from 231 to that.
Oh, I know, I've been, yeah.
So there's already 4 there. Then you get the 5th one. That's within a lot shorter section than what we would have. So it's not, I don't know if it's, how much of an impact that is. We wouldn't mind using shared driveways if that made a difference.
Hey, Andy, a question for you. When you say it's a government waterway, is that government issued, or is it government maintained, or did he get money, the prior farmer?
The prior landowner set that out, and they gotta be done in 10-year contracts.
Okay.
And they get paid for putting those waterways in, and they get paid for that waterway being there per acre.
How long ago was that done?
I don't know. They've been there forever, haven't, I mean, for as long as I can, yeah.
So they're no longer.
So they got paid for 10 years, and so it's no longer part of
No,
it?
you just re-up them at the end of 10 years.
Okay.
You can re-sign them up.
Right. So it's not tiled, it's just an open swale?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
No.
They are tiled?
okay.
There,
I need anybody to speak to say who they are, so the public portion is not open, so the public can't speak until they're asked to do so. Just because we have to pick it up on the minutes, and I can't do that with everybody speaking.
Do I have any more discussion, questions amongst the board members?
is there a reason why we're looking at R1 instead of A2? Is why the jump?
Because a major subdivision is not allowed in an R, or in an ag zoning, they can only do a minor plat. So they could do 3 10-acre lots, and we wouldn't even be here today. They could sell off 10 3-acre lots with 250 feet of road frontage, and they wouldn't have to come before this board at all. They want to have more than that, they want to do 5 or more, so they have to rezone it in order to do that, because they're only allowed 4 splits in an 8.
Well, they're proposing 10, right, with 1 unbuildable?
Well, that was a brief discussion when they came in, because I asked what's the proposal, and that was like a maximum, or, they could do, if this rezone to residential, they have tons of options. They haven't got that far, they wanna know if it's gonna be rezoned first, and then they'll have to come back before the planning commission for a major plat, or go to tech review for a minor plat, depending on how many lots they end up doing there. So there's too much of a guessing game on what they could do. They wanted to sort of put rezoning first.
This is preliminary
before they
footwork.
do anything else. So it's just a rezone. We're not here to talk about subdivision. It's just rezoning from A2
Okay.
to R1.
Any more discussion amongst the board members?
Are we looking at this whole 130 acres, or just what we're anticipating to be the 30 acres?
30.
Just the 30.
basically, James, if you go up the gravel road, come over, go up, stop right there, and go straight across, that would be it right there.
There's a plat, or there's a drawing in your packet of where that 30 acres is.
Roughly 613 feet up the county road, so 620 feet or so.
Say it again.
The north limits of this would be roughly 620 feet north.
North of
350,
350,
yes.
okay. All right. So if we were to pass, if we were to send this on with a favorable approval to the commissioners, then we are technically doing a rezone. And I'm assuming that they could actually, they could really do more than 10 lots if they so desired.
If there's room to do that, and they have to build roads, like there's
Yeah,
specific.
but potentially, it could potentially be more.
Yes.
Okay. Do I have any more discussion or questions from board members?
Not right now.
Okay. At this point in time, I'm going to open the meeting to the public. Lisa will call your name, and you're welcome to stand up. We'd like for you to come up here, state your name. Come over here, state your name. And I will give each person 2 minutes to speak. So at this point in time, we'll start with the people that are against this.
So all I have are names, there's no for or against, so if I call their
That's
name,
fine.
it doesn't matter which.
That's
way
fine,
they're
that's fine. If somebody is here to speak in favor of it, we'll do all those opposed first. And if somebody's name is on there that's in favor of it, then we'll wait and do that, the second part. We'll do all those in favor first, or all those opposed first. Okay? Please, when you do come up, if somebody says something or other about whatever the case may be, the road or the traffic or whatever, don't particularly dwell on the same thing, you know? So anyway, with that, Lisa.
Okay, Philip Fry. If you don't want to speak, you can just say pass, you don't have to speak if you don't want to. Again, for the record, you can just state your name and address, that way.
Philip Fry, 12164 North County Road, 50 West of Rochdale. We own property that's just up the road from this project. My concern is agriculture, and there's been a lot of ground taken out of production in the areas. I hate to see that happen anymore. We have water problems, situation there. They put in waterways the government's paid for, they've been maintained. There's tile. That is a big concern. What will happen to all that repaired drainage for other tillable ground? And I do know that it floods down through there, and that road gets flooded out several times. Thank you.
Thank you.
Janice Fry, if you want to speak. Okay, just let me give you the opportunity. Ty Sutherland. Same thing, state your name, address.
Okay, I'm Ty Sutherland. I live at 3405 North, County Road 100 West, which is just part of 231 and also the back road going over to this road. My concern, guys, this is agriculture. You guys were put on the board to protect and do the best you can for Putnam County. We've got 190 families living over at Van River Lake. They come down this road and they jump on 231 sit there at my place, there's people screeching their brakes, there's wrecks there periodically. One of the worst wrecks I've been to, or two of the worst wrecks I've been to, one of them was back in 1989, December 18th. And that was my little brother was killed there at that intersection. I don't think we need no more traffic coming in there. I think you got other plans coming up with the property. I'm just gonna say, you can shake your head no, but I think if you got 128 acres and you're in Bargersville, I think you've got other things planned for later on down the road. And I think we better address that also. We got water coming through there, that water's my animals, and that's gonna be corrupted, and then what am I gonna do with my animals? I gotta find water somewhere else. Go to Montana, they call what they chase water out there. It has to come off the glaciers up above. We don't have glaciers around here. You take all the water away, we have nothing. We have absolutely nothing. Where does the water come from? The ground. Can it be replaced? No. Where does the land come from? Us. We're here to protect the land. We're here to do what we think is right. And I think this is wrong. I think we've got enough traffic coming on there. We got way too many semis going up and down there. We got way too many dump trucks going up and down through there. That's the number one traffic going through there right now is these triaxles are going through and dump trucks hauling rock back and forth, and they don't slow down. And there's motorcycles turning. We've got, like I said, 190 families there at Van River Lake, plus the people coming there on weekends. So I think that's my time up. Thank you.
Travis Hall. Same thing, state your name,
Yeah.
address, CIO.
My name is Travis Hall. I grew up at 858 West County Road, 350 North, Greencastle. My parents live there now. So I just wanted to share what I think rezoning Free Chapel would mean. The 38 acres is 38 acres I grew up on. We leased it for some time along with the other. We don't need it right now. Heritage Lake is right down the road. There's 50 homes for sale as of today. So it's not so much that we're building a subdivision for people highly in need. We have a subdivision that is full of sales right now. Across Putnam County, there's on top of that 130 other homes for sale at this moment. We've got land and others just sitting unsold. So why do we build more? And risk having half-finished neighborhoods and empty lots collecting weeds. Second, this will change the feel of Brook Chapel forever. My parents have been there all my life. My family has been there since the 1800s. The land is peaceful already. There's nature everywhere. I mean, my dad posts pictures and sends my son deer and turkey all the time. I mean, that will completely be demolished if we have a subdivision put in there. I mean, it's 100% true. It means more traffic. I know you said not dwell on it, but it's true. It's one of the main things. We have more traffic, just more noise. It's just going to completely change everything. The roads aren't built for that. And what means more utility, property taxes, all of it will raise. If you want to think long-term, we can't get this land back once we change it. So, once it's developed, there's no turning back. You can't ever undo what we do, so what we did. So, instead of rushing something that could hurt the community of Brook Chapel, although it is a very small community, it's still a community and deserves a voice. So I'm asking that.
Thank you.
Jay Hall.
Which ones? The hall. I know where they live, but they're not like this.
A quick question. Jay, did you get a letter on this?
Yes, it did.
His name is not listed on here, I don't think.
They got letters. J.
Oh, I'm sorry. There we go, Andy. Sorry.
You ought to know that.
we'll go ahead with this and then we'll,
Debbie Hall, do you want to speak? Okay. And Lynn is new, you didn't want to speak. John, good? God, well, what? Okay, would you like to speak? Okay. Cindy? Okay. Laura? No? Ryan? Okay, do you want to speak? Sorry. I couldn't read all of it. I'll try. Again, say your name and address, please.
My name is Brian Williams, I live at 36 East County Road 351. I've now lived in this county longer than I've lived in the county I grew up in. I came here for the quiet, for the lack of traffic, and over the last 2 years, that's all we've gotten is more traffic and more problems. And I don't want to see it. It's just, the road's overrun now, it's breaking down, it's getting worse every day, and the flooding is a huge issue, because that road does go into water a lot. It runs right onto his property. And when you clear some of that land, where's that water gonna go? Straight down to 350, across the road, and it's gonna flood everybody out. He's already had to do major changes to his house just to correct some of the flooding he's had on the property. I just don't wanna see it. I don't wanna see all this down on my road. Out my piece of quiet.
Lauren Z. Shirley, McCullough. Eric, you don't see that. Chris South. Yeah, I can do that. I won't do your time until you actually speak, so you guys are already up there while I need it back. Okay. Say your name and address.
Yeah, my name is Chris Stout, I live at 4757 North County Road, 25 West. We own this. I want to, not getting away, we're looking at going A2 to R1, so that's what I want to address my remarks on this particular track. I guess my question is why haven't the soils been examined for septic before you do something like this? And the big reason for that is each of these waterways right here that Dick and I did, there's tile in there. So if you put septic up through here, I mean, that's a direct line right into that tile from septic systems. I don't think you want an Angelia on 350 about the ways coming down the road there. So I think that would be an issue if you have the density that is being discussed. The only other thing, since we're not getting into lots or anything, is simply a business environment, like Bill said, about agriculture. We go up and down this road many times a day with farm equipment, et cetera. So when we go down through here, we come from the west, down through here also with centralized farm equipment. I would be really concerned with density with this. I don't necessarily have an issue, with 3 or 4 houses, but I would be concerned for various reasons to do something with density along and through that. Those woods are obviously very, very thick. It would take a lot of bulldozer work
concern, and nobody has really mentioned it, is this intersection right here on 350 where you have the gravel road coming down, and it's a blind intersection, which, yeah, I know you can rework an intersection, but because of the lay of the land there, it would be an expensive fix because of a ravine that goes up through here. But when you're coming here to turn left onto the county road, it's pretty much a blind intersection, and vice versa. When you're coming from the east, and people, and I don't drive it that often, but I've had it happen where people zip around that corner and all of a sudden you're going, oh my gosh, you know, you gotta slam your brakes on. So that is it is a dangerous point, and with Chris's farm equipment or Friday's farm equipment, whoever is running farm equipment and semis up through there, you know, you don't turn a semi on a dime, and, you know, I just wanted to point that out, as I call it over the floor.
Anybody else that did not sign in or that wishes to speak? I will read the letter that we received. I only received one.
Okay.
It was from Janet and Deborah Hall, which Mr. Hall did speak. He says, "Dear Putnam County Planning Commission Board, we request that the commission deny the request for consideration of a zoning map change for rezoning from A2 to R1 on the southern 30 acres of the parcel located approximately 1/4 mile east of US 231 and County Road 350 North intersection on the north side of the road. Rezoning the subject property would allow the owner to develop the property in a manner which will significantly harm the surrounding land and community. Development of the property as proposed will encroach upon the habitat of existing wildlife, including but not limited to deer, turkey, fox, bobcat, and coyote. Increase traffic on County Roads 350 North and 50 West. Both are narrow with limited visibility to pedestrian and vehicular traffic. Increased traffic flow increases the risk of serious injury. Make worse the current conditions of flooding of the roadbed during storms, which has historically caused road closures. There is significant risk of flooding to adjacent properties and properties adjacent to Jones Creek downstream of any proposed development. Increase the risk of life-threatening traffic accidents at the intersection of County Road 350 North and State Road 231. We thank you for your consideration and urge you to deny any proposed changes to zoning." Apologize for butchering that so badly, but it was very good. To address the question about the septics that, and I apologize, I didn't write the name down, that somebody had asked about. Septic soil borings are required when the plat comes before the tech review. So each of those proposed parcels will have to have some soil borings done to determine if they're viable for a dwelling to be placed on that. If he decides to do the 10 acres and agree to 250 feet of road frontage and somebody wants to build a house on those 10 acres before we issue a building permit, septic will have to be determined. So those things come at a later time. It doesn't pertain to the rezoning. It's a fair statement and a fair question, but those come later, not part of the rezoning request. That's all I got.
Is there anyone that would like to speak in favor of this? Okay,
He wants to address any concerns or?
we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Okay, I will close the public hearing and we will have discussion with the board members. And the board members are free to direct questions to the petitioner.
Just a couple real quick. How much of this is actually tillable right now? Approximately.
Mr. South would know best. He's on.
Am I allowed to speak?
Yes, sir.
It was a direct question to you, so.
Just wanted to be sure. The whole farm is 87 tillable acres. There are several, there's a total of 6 acres of CRP waterways. The 30-acre section that
chunk
There's
of,
probably, 2.5, I would say CRP waterways, I don't know, I didn't bring the rest of it.
is this, would this be considered medium productivity, low productivity, high productivity?
No, that field sucks. I'm just gonna tell you flat out, in a good rainfall year, it's productive. But if it's not, well, then, no, it's terrible. You know, I would point out that all of the, old hair houses along 231 were made from brick from those clay hills, okay, on the other side of the road. So, hence my, question about, permeability of soils for septic too. So, but that's the story. It is not a great farm. It can be productive. We've farmed it for several decades, so it's not a great farm.
Lisa, I've got a question for you. If they're gonna put in a major subdivision, the tech review would have to review that, and all the drainage issues would go to an engineer for drainage calculations, make sure we're not discharging more fluid or rainwater that's coming off of it now.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, they would have to hire an engineer to design the stormwater, design the detention, retention, whatever it is that they decide to do. And then we have our own separate third-party engineer that verifies the information and approves it based on our stormwater erosion control, sediment control ordinance, and IDEM's regulations. That's all part of the planning process, not the rezoning process.
And I imagine they would take, I would hope they would take the entire watershed coming down off that hill to
Yes.
come up with those calculations.
I would assume so, yes.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
I got one.
Andy?
Can I ask him?
Sure can.
Coming off of 231, the little field up there, have you considered doing that into zoning to build houses on it or not?
I had considered, depending on what happened down here, of possibly having a shared driveway and having a couple lots up there. But didn't want to do that under the, there's only, what, allowed 3 splits or something. So I didn't want to use that up. If I don't get this down here, then I might.
Okay,
But
so,
the rest of the tillable, I was gonna keep this tillable. So when I walked across this ground up here, he's talking, it didn't look very good property. So it looked like it'd be good for homes. So 3-acre tracts, I mean, that's a nice mini farm. A lot of people want that because they can have 4-H animals and, they're not stuck in a subdivision. When people talk about, heritage land and subdivisions, you can't do anything with subdivision. But with a 3-acre tract, you can have a little barn, you can have a goat or something, right? You can't do nothing? Really? Gosh, you guys are terrible.
Not if you rezone it to residential.
Really?
It negates the agricultural zone.
That's terrible. That's what I got chickens for. I got 3 acres there, I have chickens.
But if it's zone A2, if it stays A2, then yes, 100% you can still do ag. If you rezone it to residential, no ag.
Can't any of them, nothing.
Dog, that's not ag. You can't have chickens, cows, goats, pigs, horses.
But Lisa, somebody earlier said they had land in R1 that has animals on it.
If that's the case, it was probably either that way before zoning, so it's grandfathered in, or nobody's complained about it to our office, and therefore we don't go and police that.
Can you add to the nonconformity of the animals on it?
No.
So you can't, you can't replenish and,
Any other questions? As Lisa had told you prior, they can have 3 lots there, and it's just plain and simple, they can have 3. And I don't wanna say there's nothing we can do about it, I don't wanna make it sound like that. But by the UDO and so forth, they are allowed 3. So, I, you know, having lived in that neighborhood my whole life also, nobody's really said much about this. To have 9 or 10 lots or whatever it ultimately might end up, you know, I don't like the idea of that many driveways and so forth and so on. That is a huge hurdle. I'm not against growth. You know, I would have concerns. You know, I don't even know right now. Jan, I'll ask you this. Does school bus drive by now?
No.
I didn't think so. So I would have concerns in the future if there were homes built there about school bus traffic and so forth and so on, and road cuts and such and so forth and so on, and traffic, and just, you know, that, the road cuts are my biggest concern there. You know, and that's just what I have to say. I can't get behind 10 lots. I'm just gonna tell you, myself personally, I can't do that. I'm sorry, but I can't. Now that's my opinion, and the rest of the board may differ greatly. And that's.
So again, this is just rezoning from A to
I understand.
R1.
I understand.
Any plat would have to come back before this board, at which time
But it's the foot in the door to start with that gets it up, that gets the ball to roll.
they could, their plat that they come in with may not even be that. It could be less, it could be more. It could be-
Yeah.
So,
Well.
I'm just saying, there's more to it going forward that they would need to do.
Oh, I understand, and I understand why they're here, you know, and needless to say, they don't wanna wrap up a bunch of money on something or other that might not work or whatever. Anyway, I'll leave it at that from what I have to say.
It's A1.
Yeah.
So it's A1 right now or A2?
A2.
Okay.
It's A1,
Yeah,
right?
okay,
So
yeah.
that's what's on here.
Yeah.
So it'd be going from A1 to
R1.
R1.
No, that's A2.
No, wait,
That's
It's
A2.
A2. It's
the
A2.
dark color is A2.
Yeah.
The lighter color is A1.
So those are-
So is
okay.
it A2 right now?
Yes.
A2
Yeah,
right
our
now.
thing
Okay.
is messed up.
Yeah, our
Okay,
packet
so
says
the
A1,
packet says
that's why we
A1.
were confused.
It is A2. Hey, Lisa?
Teal and A1, A2.
Okay.
There's the,
Perfect.
Okay.
it doesn't show
Thank
when
you.
I have the flood on, so I turn that off.
Does the county highway, anybody that wants to put a driveway in, does that have to get approval from the county highway?
Yes.
If it's on a county road, yes.
Okay.
If it's on a state road, it goes to NDOT.
Right. So they would go out and look for line of sight, all that kind of stuff.
Line of sight, not only from the driveway standpoint, but from people being able to see the driveway so that it's not hidden behind trees.
Uh-huh.
But also, when you're sitting in the driveway, you can see line of sight. So it's line of sight both, all the way.
Yes, right.
Any other questions? Well, for you folks that are out there, you know, we are an advisory board, and we can make a recommendation, and then this would go to the commissioners, and the commissioners would be the ones that had the final say on what would happen here. And all we can do is make a recommendation, you know, we can approve, you know, in our eyes, we can approve, deny, or we can send something to them with no recommendation that's to the commissioners to weigh this for themselves and so forth and so on. So I will ask at this point in time, is anyone prepared to make some type of a motion?
I'll make a motion for a positive, or a positive recommendation towards rezoning.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, I'm gonna call out each person by name, or Lisa will, to be on the record.
Kevin, Scobie,
No.
Jennice,
Yes.
Kate, Skirvin,
No.
Andy Beck,
No.
Ray Williams,
Yes.
Zach Bowers,
No.
and James McKee.
Yes.
Am I right? That's a 4 to 3.
Four no's, 3 yeses.
4 yes and 3 no's. 4 no's and 3 yes.
Voted
Okay.
down.
3 in favor of sending it to the commissioner with a favorable recommendation, 4
Okay.
against sending it with a favorable recommendation.
Well.
So the motion does not carry.
This has been denied then.
It has been not denied. You can't deny it.
Well, I understand. We will send this will go, our recommendation will go to the commissioners. We don't have one.
We don't have a recommendation.
We can make a recommendation.
Favorable, it's just,
Unfavorable, however you want to put that. We could have made it, you know,
it's not a denial, there's,
No.
You can't deny it. It's either favorable or unfavorable.
Can we make another recommendation?
You can make another recommendation.
Well, then I'll make a recommendation. We send it with no recommendation.
I'll second that.
so how do we need to go about withdrawing the first one then?
No withdrawal.
Okay.
It's already been voted on.
Okay, hold on, I gotta.
if somebody would like to make an addition, that motion's already been done and voted on. If somebody would like to make a motion to readdress previous motion, that can be done as well. Requires a second.
So the motion right now is from Greg that you send it to the county commissioners without recommendation, and Jenna seconded it.
So everyone understand that?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Go ahead.
all right, so I know that we don't follow Robert's Rules of Order, but if that's a reconsideration, don't you have to be on the prevailing side in order to reconsider it?
That's what I said. That's a motion.
Yeah,
Ask for it to
so-
be reconsidered. You need to vote on whether you're gonna reconsider. it.
Right, so because, who made the motion?
I
Greg.
did. I made the
Did
second
you,
motion.
did you, right, but did you vote on the prevailing side?
Yeah, well, I voted yes,
Okay, so no, so we can't reconsider that.
but we don't follow Robert's rules. We don't.
But,
Jim, do you have a
I
comment
mean,
here?
it's
Here's
just,
the only thing is that I would say that we don't, not all boards do. In the past, it's been very, I mean, it's, basically, again, this is an advisory, opinion that's going to the commissioners. It's a 4-3 vote. I mean, to me, I think that speaks pretty clearly on itself. I mean, it's one thing to say it's not favorable, it's another one to say there's no recommendation. They're all gonna know how you guys voted and what happened tonight anyway. So, I mean, to me, if you would like, if somebody wants to make a motion to reconsider, that I believe it would have to be from the side, I'm not disagreeing. If it's a prevailing side, you have to make that motion because that
Correct.
one's already carried.
Mhm.
It's almost like, oh, you told me no last time, I'm gonna ask again. I asked mom said no, now let's go ask dad. So that's the one of the points that's being made, but again, it's, traditionally this has been very loose how to vote. I mean, the votes are official and everything like that, it's just how, you guys have gone, whether you chose to go by the letter of the line or whatever.
So do we need to proceed with that then? Do we need with,
Greg's motion, no, if that's what you guys want to do.
So that we're clear, we are sending this to the commissioners, to their August 18th meeting. I'm hearing myself. With an unfavorable recommendation, because the favorable recommendation did not pass. Okay. The county commissioners will then decide officially, either they'll pass it or they'll deny it. So that meeting is on the 18th at 9 a.m. in this room.
So I guess we're done with that then.
But everybody in this room needs to know, even though if the commissioners vote yes or vote no, they still can build 3 homes on that and subdivide it into 10 acres.
Without any review.
Right.
And they could be on 1 acre lots.
Yes.
Yeah, those, they can do 3 splits, or actually 4 splits. It would be a minor plat, it would go to the tech review, and those 4 splits could be 1 acres, as little as 1 acre, yes.
That's what it says here. Yeah.
So that would.
They could also do 3 10-acre splits with 250 feet of road frontage, and it go before no board.
Well, if I'm looking at this from their aspect, if they were going to go with that, then technically they would not need a rezone, because we're already A2.
Correct.
So they,
Yeah.
so they really wouldn't need
They don't have to rezone it to
Yeah, they
residential.
really
The
wouldn't,
only
you
reason
know.
why they
They would
wanted
be
to
better off
rezone
in
it
their
was
case
because
if
they
they
wanted
left
to
it
do
at A2.
5 or more. Right. They could do 4 lots that are anywhere from an acre to whatever acre they want to do.
Yeah.
Or they can do 3 10 acres.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We're not done though, because y'all didn't do the minutes, and since Jay Alcorn was voted as vice president and they replaced him with Kate, we need a new vice president, so y'all need to vote on that tonight too.
Let me dismiss these people if they want to.
If they want to leave, they can leave. It's still a
You've got
public
some-
hearing,
we've got
so,
some other business to take care of, but you're more than welcome to leave if you want. If you want to stay, you're welcome.
or you can stay.
You can leave quietly so we can finish the meeting real quick.
Okay, let's do a review of the minutes first, and this would be minutes from June the 9th and July the 14th. So let's do those first.
I move to approve.
Let me ask this, any additions or corrections?
I read them, I didn't see anything wrong with
Okay.
it this time.
Go ahead.
Make the motion to approve the June, what day is it?
June 9th and July the 14th.
June 9th and July 14th minutes.
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second to,
Zach, did you second that?
Yeah.
Okay.
on the minutes, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, as she said, Jay Alcorn was the vice president. Unfortunately, Jay will not be with us anymore, so we need to elect a new vice president. Can it be anyone on this board?
Anyone but you, because you're the president.
No, I didn't know
I'm already
whether,
secretary,
I
right?
didn't,
Oh, yeah, and James is secretary, so it can't be him either.
I'm gonna make
James McKee is the secretary, so
Secretary.
he cannot be vice
Can
president.
we kick him out of the secretary position and I nominate him for vice president?
Not till next year, probably.
Right.
okay,
I nominate Zach Bowers.
Okay, hold
okay, so Zach Bowers has been nominated to be vice president.
If he wants it.
He has no choice.
You could.
Well, let's vote on this real quick before this gets out of hand.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
One more thing before y'all adjourn.
Oh, yeah.
We did have a petition come before, or, for rezoning. And we need to have a special meeting for that, so that it doesn't overrun the BZA meeting, because the BZA has 5 things next month. So we need to have a special meeting. I need to know a date and a location, and Inslee, I need to know if we have to stream that meeting if we do not hold it here. We do have to stream it regardless. Thank you. So,
I got a date. If
You got a
everybody
date.
gets out and checks the
Okay.
calendar.
for the September, it'd be the September meeting. And we need to make sure that we do it in a time frame that allows them to notify everybody that they need to notify and put the notice in the paper, so.
I was gonna suggest September the 11th.
September the 11th is the regular plan commission meeting.
No, it ain't.
No, it's not.
No,
It's
Oh,
on
that's Thursday,
September the
sorry,
8th.
okay. Sorry. September 11th, okay.
Were we trying to get it down Cloverdale, because I mean, they sent me a tip where you can apply to.
That's the other question. We need a date in order for me to be able to figure out where we can have it. Sorry.
So we were looking at high school or school grounds, right? Was that?
That they have to be available, I mean, it has to be available to us. So they sent me you should, like, where you can apply, and send an application, but until we know what the date is, I can't send it.
Can they just approve that, or does that have to go to the school board?
I'm trying to find it right now.
Can we have it at the fairgrounds? I
If
can
the,
get that done.
if you can get that done without us having to pay for it, absolutely.
Okay,
But it also has to be available,
right.
and we'll need the bigger room. So everybody's good with September the 11th.
That is a Thursday.
It is a
Yeah.
Thursday,
I'm looking at Cloverdale's calendar right now, and that is their homecoming week, so.
so it probably would not be
they
available.
May or may not be available, I don't know.
Okay.
Tentatively, fairgrounds looks free on the calendar.
Okay,
Looks like the only thing there is something in Harris Hall.
okay. And we would need the York building, I think, right? Yeah. So,
I can make a phone call after this meeting's over.
okay. So we'll tentatively say Fairgrounds, York Community Building. Do we want to leave it at 5:30 or we want to change the time?
I can just go 6.
I would say,
I
Six.
probably
Makes no
wouldn't make
difference to me.
5:30
6 o'clock.
on the 11th,
6 PM?
Do
You,
what?
can you make it at 6?
maybe.
Oh, you got a problem with the 11th?
Oh, well, then let's not.
Okay.
Yeah, we really need to have
We
it
can go
ready.
another day. That's what we're all talking about.
Yeah.
Well, would
If that doesn't
6:30
work for you.
would 6:30 work?
6:30 be more likely.
Okay, how about we do that?
6:30?
Thursday, the 11th at 6:30.
Okay.
Right now, we're projected to be at the fairgrounds in the community building.
Okay. And I will let y'all know for sure, as soon as Andy tells me. What's that?
No, there's nothing on the agenda, right, Lisa? For the regular plan commission?
For the regular, that's the only thing on the agenda for the regular plan commission, yeah, it's the only thing, yeah,
We will not meet on the
yeah,
so right now, we won't meet on the 8th then? Just the 11th?
correct,
Okay.
yeah.
So we have met on the 8th then?
The reason why I'm suggesting we
Okay.
move it from the
Yeah,
8th
but
is
not-
because the
Okay.
BZA meets right
All right.
afterwards.
Okay, I
Yeah.
got you, all right.
And I'm trying to avoid a late meeting, yeah.
So if there's nothing else, what if there's something else on the agenda, would we?
There won't be anything else on the agenda because today was the filing deadline and that was the only thing that came in. But, yeah, that's it. Okay,
So at this point in time, tentatively, depending on what Andy finds out, Thursday, the 11th, 6:30 at the fairgrounds.
Mhm.
Zach? Cool?
Yep.
Okay.
You guys, I know you guys are getting higher, does anybody want an update, just so you're not listening to secondhand on laser aggregates, payment holdings?
Go for it.
They filed, we suspected they did file a motion for declaratory judgment and basically saying that they were right about the statutory, their way of reading the statute versus ours. There was some encouragement last May for them to file another, to come back in front of this board, because the 6 months had passed to re-petition, based on the fact that this board last time gave no recommendation, based on the fact that there's at least one seat that's changed over in the commissioners, delegation. So that was kind of the talk, was instead of going this route and having a lawsuit, would you consider, just reapplying? The answer was no. They filed that. I believe we have an answer due for that on September 10th of this year. So that's it.
If you have any questions, you can let me know.
Any idea when you'll have more information regarding that? Is that-
No.
Does that proceed somehow through the court system?
Oh, yeah, no, this is a lawsuit.
Okay.
This is a
so-
lawsuit, yeah, so it'll be,
Go
I
through-
answer it, I have to answer it by September 10th, and then they'll set hearing dates most likely, and,
Will that go through court here in Putnam County?
right now it is set to go through Putnam Superior Court, unless somebody asks for a change.
Is that?
I will not be asking for a change from the county standpoint,
Putnam County will not.
unless I'm directed otherwise, no.
Okay,
This, to me, that's the most relevant. With the solar one, they appealed it through,
LIGO.
yeah, and I didn't think that was appropriate because everybody that's involved in this is in Putnam County. But the judges may not want to, there could be conflicts, other things.
Is that
they-
Matt?
No,
Denny?
Judge Bridges.
Okay. Do we have anything else? Lisa, do you have anything else wishes to be heard? Okay, real quick, dear, tell us a little bit about you.
Hi, I'm Kate Skirvin. I am, oh, thanks, Andy. I am an agriculture teacher at North Putnam High School. I have been up there for about 22 years. I taught for 5 years at Cloverdale prior to that. My husband and I reside in Cloverdale, and I drive the length of the county every day. Really enjoy Putnam County. I say that I like to see things grow. However, we need to remember who we are, and we need to grow in the right direction.
Okay, well, thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm sure you'll fit in just great. Oh, trust me, that they get fairgrounds coming up next month. It'll be, oh my God, that'll be a doozy. Okay.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I have a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
Second.